Hello everybody, welcome to episode 5 of FORGECLASH, which is a series where we pit two meta decks against one another and bring you both players' perspectives so that we can all learn about the matchup and improve our game. So today I'm going to be playing the Swarmlord and I'm going up against Uriel aggro. Now, I played the Uriel aggro in the episode 4, and also I've got a video all about both of these decks, so I'm somewhat familiar with them. So let's first of all talk about kind of how the matchup goes. This is very much a game where the Swarmlord assumes the role of the control player. So it's a classic, if the game went on 100 turns, the Swarmlord would basically stabilize the board. We've got bigger, chunkier units, and the Ultramarines would run out of steam ultimately, and then we'd be able to take over. And of course, we end up having the combo finish with the Ravenous Hunter. So we're kind of like the classic control combo deck. Now, the way we lose, obviously, is that what the Uriel deck can do very well is particularly if they mulligan correctly and get good early games, they can put a lot of pressure on our HP directly, very early on and very quickly in the game. Another thing that they can do is really prey on the Swarmlord, his lack of range attack, and it's not just the Swarmlord, but some of the units that we include. For example, the Genestealer has 0 ranged attack. The same can be said for the Tyrant Guard. So what you want to be doing with the Ultramarines is trying to get really good curve early. Probably use your what's the tactic card that lets you basically codex twice for 0 mana. You want to be using that early and basically putting the pressure on, and also trying to develop your flyers as early as possible, because quite frankly, Swarmlord just struggle to deal with flyers. So what this game will basically devolve into is can they do that, and can they kind of put that early pressure on to the point where we just can't recover before they beat us down, or can we manage to kind of stabilize the board, get our juicy units like our Carnifexes and stuff onto the board and start trading, and then take control of the board and quickly turn the corner and end the game first. So that's kind of like how the matchup goes. Very quickly, we are playing, obviously we're looking for the digestion pull when we go second, so that we get to make one of our units cheaper. I'll often target the Carnifex on turn 3 if we're able to do that. And then we've obviously got a fairly good curve to follow. We are a bit vulnerable though. I'm a bit worried in this matchup, particularly because of the aggro. I'm a bit worried about turns 1 and 2, which is energy 2 and 3, because we start this game with 2 energy in the first game, and they're the turns where I'm particularly vulnerable. I feel one thing that you can do with the Ultramarines is to develop the Interceptor on turn 3 as opposed to the Stern Guard, and that can cause us a real headache. Again, he's got to draw that, but if he does, it can be a bit of a problem. Obviously, another play for the digestion pull is to hold off at turn 4 and play the Hive Crone on turn 4, coming on and dealing 3 damage. That's also not a bad counter to the Inceptor that we just talked about as well. So ultimately, what we're trying to do is look for our minions early, curve out well, take control of the board, and then either just win with our bigger board, or obviously look for that kind of Ravenous Hunter to end the game. So that said, let's jump into the games, and at the end we'll do a little bit of a debrief on how that went. Okay, Swarmlord versus Uriel. We are going second, which is great. Oh, great, because we get the digestion pool. Okay, so in this matchup, he is the aggro, so we need to not attack face and try to use Swarmlord's 3 melee damage. As you can see here, it's going to come in very handy. Oh, wow. We're going super aggro. Good thing is we could drop the guard next turn if we want. Stern Guard? No. Okay, nice. So he's putting on the pressure. I'd like to play Leviathan's Tendrils. I'd like to play that, but I think that we are forced somewhat to address this tempo. But next turn we could do Hive Crown. Okay, let's go with that instead. He attacks, yeah, and now we can Hive Crown this. We'll see. It's a little bit greedy when you're playing against an aggro deck, to be honest. Now, has he got the hard removal? He has. The good thing about him playing the hard removal though is that he hasn't got it for the Tyranid Guard. He's running lower on resources, drawing. Okay, it's quite a passive turn, so this is the turn when we should be able to start to take the board back. Three, 5, 6, 5, 6. I think we just need to play this now, to be honest. Well, we got to pray to God he hasn't got the second one. I mean, come on. Come on now, Ecclesiarch. Let's not be silly. Let's not pretend we've got both of them.
Knowledge is my blade, wisdom my bullet.
We've got to use it. It's a shame that we're losing that there, but we kind of have to.
Ready your jump pack? We strike now.
I think that might be us done here. Yeah, without the heal, I think we're pretty much done here. Okay, so we went down the greedy route in this match. We definitely should have played for tempo with the digestion pool. GG. GG.
Swords of Kelp with me. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're going to look for the digestion pool into Carnifex next turn. Just clear the board here. Okay, so we've got the Brood Lord and we've got the Enhanced Organism, so that means we've got some chance of healing here against the aggro, which is good. Okay, this is a pain, but this time we've got the Carnifex, so that's good. Okay, this is looking much better. Okay, very good of him to identify that that's ooh. Now we can heal this, you know. I'm gonna restrain from bashing him with that. But maybe I should.
They'll be dead before they see me coming. Yeah.
Point blank? Yeah. Okay, this is looking much better. Famous last words. Okay, yeah, we got him here. So we can now hit with this. So he needs to stun he needs to stun the Brood Lord here, basically.
There's no hiding from Ultramar's wrath. Courage and honor.
Got one. Kaboom! Okay, victory alas. Okay, so we have got the Carnifex Digestion Ball turn 3, which is good.
Swords of Kelp, with me.
Good, especially because that's a passive turn. And now we can bring the heal as well.
We will purge the galaxy.
It's pretty critical, I think. Getting this turn 3 with Digestion Pool is a really great way to stabilise early against the aggro. We could have gone Gene Stealer and Stealth, potentially, there.
They'll be dead before they see me coming.
Scout to finish. Yep.
Taking cover. Enemies in range. Yeah.
Oh no, we're still on range attack. Oh, that was a misplay. Oh god.
Ready your jump packs? We strike now. Yeah.
Does he hard removal or something?
There's no hiding from Ultramar's wrath. Yeah.
Tactical insight? Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at flank with the Venom Throat here. Or do we use Carnifex? Flank stealth. I think I might prefer that. I think I'll take the range attack as well.
Taking cover. Enemies in range.
So we have to heal the Warlord basically here. That's non-negotiable. So you should probably just draw then, right? Or do you heal and put this guy down? Ah. All the answers. All the answers. So we'd have to draw... What we'd have to draw here? Need a miracle. Don't think we're going to get it. GG. Hi guys, welcome back. So we have finished our 3 games. Didn't quite go our way today, I'm going to be honest. I feel like, you know, some of the games were close, but the Ecclesiarch did very well at being able to sort of build that tempo in the early game and kind of like put us on the back foot early, and we just sort of ran out of health. I think in that last game in particular, we had an opportunity. I can't remember what exact turn it was, but we had an opportunity where we should have healed the Carnifex. We had stratagems in hand where we could have really put an extra 6 health or something back on the Carnifex, and I think if we'd have taken that route, then we could possibly have won that last game. And that for me was a really big swing turn. He was able to take out the Carnifex quite easily, and then I was left with a hand where, you know, I had some units, but I was also filled with stratagems that were basically useless. So that was the big mistake, I think, and turning point in game 3. Game 1, I think we saw, as we discussed, where the Uriel can really put the beat down on early. It was a great example of a game where his tempo kind of really forced us on the back foot early, took our health away like that, and we just couldn't recover. Game 2 was a good example of how Swarmlord wins, actually. You know, in Game 2 we managed to use our digestion pull to drop the Khan effects on turn 3, which is exactly a kind of perfect opening really when we're going second. We were able to obviously find that beautiful combo, which is Broodlord, you know, Broodlord into our Ravenous Hunter, to end the game as well. So you know, you got to see, I think, in that best of 3 a little bit of best of all worlds. I'm not sure who's favourite in this match. I think if we were to play 100 games, I think it would be quite even, actually. I do feel like the Swarmlord is a little bit more draw dependent. So maybe Uriel's got a slight advantage, but it's very, very close, very, very close, and hopefully we saw that there. So anyway, guys, that's it for another Forge World. Do let us know in the comments, though, which matchups would you like to see going forward. I know that we have people who message us all the time about this series and they really enjoy it. If you've got any ideas or any thoughts, we're also thinking about bringing in other players. So if you're interested in actually piloting a deck in a Forge Clash, then reach out to me or the Ecclesiarch and let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.